All right, I am very excited to walk you through this today. A couple things that are top of mind. Number one, Portable now has an API. So if you're an orchestration tool and you want to integrate with Portable, let us know, get in touch. If you have any use case to embed integrations into your platform, so let's say you're an e-commerce analytics company and you want to be able to pull data from 120 different applications and sync it into your product so you can help your customers, let us know. The API is really game changing for us. Anyone that wants to access our 1,000+ data sources inside of their product or inside of a productized workflow can now do so. What does this look like in practice? So our friends over at Orchestra, who we've known for a while now, are the first to build a complete end-to-end integration with our API. They built it days after we released the first pass of our API. So let me quickly show you how simple this is to orchestrate your portable ingestion workflows with Orchestra. So you come to portable.io and you sign up. And we'll come in here and I will start with, let's look at the National Park Service. This is just a list of parks across the United States. So I'll put in my API key, click save. We make sure we can actually authenticate. Just to keep things simple, let me just remove a bunch of this so it succeeds faster. We will look at, let's just say parks for today. So we will save. All we want to do is pull parks from the National Park Service. Step 2, we're going to add a destination in Portable, and this destination is going to be a Google Sheet. So I'm going to open up this Google Sheets. We're going to say, here's the Google Sheet I want to use, my automated parks data and insights. All we need to do is we need to pull out this string here. I'm going to put that in here as my spreadsheet ID, and then I will authorize with OAuth, and we are all set to go for our destination. The last step is we're going to set up a data flow. So we're going to say, great, I want my National Park Service data connected to that Google Sheet, and we're all set. I'm not going to run this because the whole point of this is you set things up in Portable so that we can abstract away the need for these APIs and these connectors, but you actually want to run these as part of a bigger workflow. So you want to kick off ingestion, and then once ingestion completes, transform your data with in-house code or with something like dbt. That's where Orchestra comes into play. They're able to not only integrate with Portable, but your other ELT providers, your transformation providers, your reverse ETL tools, so that you can make sure that step after step works in the right order. So I have this flow, we're good to go. Now we're going to move over to Orchestra, but before we do so, I'm going to come in here. You have to be on our scale plan to access the API, but once you're on the scale plan, you can come in here. And we do have a 30-day free trial. So you can come in here, create an API key, and then add this and say, great, I'm going to call this my Orchestra key, and we can copy that. I'm going to delete this after this demo video, so you won't be able to actually use it. But just for demo purposes, we now have this Orchestra key here. So now I'm going to come into Orchestra. And this is what Orchestra looks like. So step 1, I'm going to come in and I'm going to set up an integration. So my new connection, I'm going to search for Portable. Great. So this is going to be my National Park data, API key, add credentials. Let's make sure this works. Okay, we are connected. That's amazing. And then now we're going to set up a pipeline. And for now, we're going to call this a very basic pipeline. And we're just going to manually trigger this data flow. So we're going to say, hey, on a manual trigger, I want to run my Portable flow, run National Park Service extract, and then we have to put in a flow ID. So that flow ID, super simple. We're going to come back to our flows, click on this National Park Service, and we're going to copy in this ID. So we're going to put that here. And we're going to click next. So we're going to save and exit. Not right now. And let's see what happens when I actually just click run. So right now we have a manual run that's taking place, and we should be able to go back into Portable and see what happens with Orchestra actually kicking off that run. So you can tell here that the status just changed. It went from pending to running, and now Portable is actually starting to extract our National Park Service and put it into Google Sheets because Orchestra told us to. So the whole power of this is Orchestra is one layer above Portable when it comes to abstraction layers, And they can not only connect to Portable, but while this is running, we'll be able to check here. You can see all the other stuff they can connect to: dbt Cloud, Refact, Snowflake, Stitch, Airflow, Databricks, etc. And you can set things up so that step one happens and step two happens, etc. And it's super powerful when you have complicated stuff going on. So you can see here, this is almost done. We extracted 471 parks. We analyzed them to figure out the schema, and we loaded them. And that was all done from Orchestra. And now let's come back over into our output, which is this automated parks data and insights. And you can see here, there's a new tab in the spreadsheet. And this new tab has things like directions for each park, a designation, a description, etc. This is a spreadsheet, so nested JSON is going to be a nightmare to actually analyze. But if you are syncing this to a data warehouse, which is what most people are doing, it's actually pretty trivial to analyze JSON data. So you can see here, we have everything you could want. So like full names of 471 parks, Channel Islands National Park, Canyonlands National Parks, all of this is now done. And again, like you can come back into Orchestra and set it up so that this pipeline isn't simply a very basic pipeline that's extracting and loading National Park Service data into a Google Sheet, but rather it's one step in a really complicated productized workflow. So super excited about this. If you have use cases for orchestration, check out Orchestra. If you have either long tail niche ETL connectors that you want, check out Portable. We also tend to help companies when they use things like HubSpot, Stripe, Klaviyo, Pendo, and they're just spending way too much money with bigger ELT providers. So check this out. If you want to embed our integrations in your product, also, I would love to chat. Our API is up and running at this point, and we're looking for as many people to embed us in their products as possible. So super excited about this. Super exciting week for the Portable team and the Orchestra team.